Morning, Blake.
Is that Grandpa?
What do you see outside? What do you see? You waiting to go down and see the babies? Is that what it is? Huh?
She was looking on the counter to see if there's anything good to eat
Oh.
a minute ago.
Yeah, we'll have to go down and see the babies in a little bit. Oh, yeah, she gets breakfast first.
Look at her. What does Titi
Gotta
have?
feed the livestock before you get your own.
You gotta get the grapes.
Yeah, I'm not done
The
feeding
grape
yet.
getter.
I haven't got the back barn done yet.
Oh, she sent me money back.
So, anyway, here we get to see Blakely. Let's see if we have some fun with her today. Start the day at 46 degrees. They were saying 65 for a high, but now I see they're saying 72, so at least they're figuring out that they've been off lately. I got my helper. Help me let these girls back out again. Hopefully it doesn't get freaking hot today, because there's one skinny young lady that wasn't doing well with the heat. And there's a bigger lady that wasn't doing well with the heat. And Boomo over there wasn't doing well with the heat. And, you know, they're adding to my dirt pile this morning. So, anyway, Blakely helped me let him out. Blakely's going to go over and see the twins here in a minute or two. There's another one that wasn't doing well with the heat. And yeah, a couple of them young ones look like shit, but then look at the calves. They're doing their job. They just need to get themselves in better shape. And that hot crap doesn't help them. Told you she was going to get to come over here. She helped me feed the steers. That was interesting. Holding her and doing one scoop at a time instead of the bucket. And then, of course, we let the cows out. And I forgot to shut the metal gate there. And forgot to turn the lights off out there. But
my goal is I'm going to hopefully get a picture like I did with Lane. With my babies.
see if these guys are up to this or not.
Like, we're done.
Still giving lovies.
Hey, Blake, Leanne.
Not picking his nose, are you?
Hey.
So, I had a question from Mike at Getting Greasy's Garage last night. He asks questions because he doesn't know, and I appreciate that. I always answer as best as I can for anything. I was saying that they had milk noses. Go over here, little dude. See, from his eyes down to his nose.
This little spot right
that's
here.
all been dampened.
You can tell better from the side.
And a little color to it.
Yeah.
Because when they nurse, I don't know if it's just slobber or they get a little milk in there or what.
That's Tom.
That's Tom, huh? Tom has the yellow tag.
Tom has the other tag. Like Tom Cruise.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's Tom and Jerry. Okay, excuse me.
And
Pardon
Jerry
me.
is one of the actors in Top Gun.
Ah.
So that works out.
See, so that way it works out. And we got to be careful at the moment because Blue decided to come down here, and if she sees Blue, she might go through us. And everybody's got the runnies today. She ain't even been on grass.
She's got a spot right here, a little white.
Oh yeah, a little tiny.
Little fleck.
Just a few hairs. You see that? Yep, you can see it on the camera. But anyway, that's what a milk nose is. If you see a milk nose, 99.9% certain that they have nursed.
Well, his is dirtier too.
Yeah.
Jerry's is dirty.
Hi, buddy. Shows up a little better. Sometimes it'll show up yellow, like your milk nose.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, she likes to paw. She gets a little upset and wants to paw. She wants to be out with everybody else.
Actually, you know what? Let's let them have.
Yeah, it's dry enough today.
It's dry enough.
Yeah, it's dry enough. We can do that. I was thinking about that. Got her in her cage. Got her in her cage. Arr, arr, arr. Hey, guess what? This is the right setup. I thought this one felt heavier. What? There's no reason for that. Because it is 33.4 pounds versus 26 pounds for the other one. Kind of interesting. It's not the same compressor, which I thought was interesting too. What'd she do with the box? There we go. This is an SD7 heavy duty, and the other is like a SD5. It's all back in that box. So I guess since we got it, we're gonna have to start working on it. Of course, they said new quick connections, straighter's, which is kind of nice because for some reason we've got a 90-degree on this one, which makes it a little more difficult to hook up, but it swivels, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll change those out too. And that's what I don't see a spot. Oh no, it's on the line right there. I was gonna say I didn't see a spot for those, but it doesn't matter because it's not part of the compressor. And of course, she went out and helped me turn the lights off in the feed barn since I forgot those, and shut the gate. When I fed while I was fed the steers before that, didn't I? And when I fed the steers, I shifted wrong, taking her from one arm to the other, and I now have a rib out of place underneath my right shoulder blade, so it feels so wonderful. Ty had to pull that out of the box because I could not lift it. I could, but I'd been on the floor crying. And Ty stepped outside. We didn't get any. We need PAG oil. It's PAG or ester oil. 9 ounces of it's what it requires. Put 5 ounces in that hole, and then you dump the rest into what says into the condenser. Well, excuse me. Yeah, it's going to mean it's going to dump into a line. And it says it's got assembly oil in it, so we got to drain the assembly oil out first. No big deal. Just got to do it. And your bracket's got an arrow. That happens to be the side the pulley goes to. And that is what is not on this one. Unless she missed it. The other kit came with the belt. This one doesn't. So, I'm going to say it's a good thing we got a decent belt on it. Not the best to run it in another pulley, but the belt's in good shape. It ain't that old. One's off, and anybody doesn't know, the line with the sensor on it, the gold one, that one, the nut on that is 1 1/8 hex. The other one is apparently 1 3/16. I don't have it 1 3/16, so 1 1/4 did it. The mount's all cleaned up for the new one to go on. And the new one is just about ready. I gotta try to tighten these more. I had a little issue. There's 2 hard washers there for a spacer. Without them, it hits the pulley. And you can't put a wrench on there. It is a 15 millimeter. No, excuse me, 17. You can't get on that enough to do it. So there's a screwdriver laying there. Yeah, over there. wedge that in. This end's 15, and of course you got to hang it over the edge to get on it. It's done. When I opened the package, I dropped one of those, and it was hiding from me. So I spent half an hour looking for hard washers, because those are hard. I came up with something that was the right thickness too. And then I found that one when I was putting it together, so don't need to worry about that crap. I wish they would use, it's a metric bolt, so it's got a bigger freaking head than it needs, but it would make a big difference if they used Allen heads on this, because you can get to it, not a problem. I don't quite understand, and that's got to be tight, because you got to pull these in tight to here so it doesn't wiggle. It was interesting because I had to lean hard on here to keep it down flat, otherwise you're not going to be true. And yes, my phone's on, make noise, because service in here ends up sucking the battery dry because it can't keep a hold of it. And it's almost lunchtime now, and I don't think we're going to put this on quite yet, because we don't have the PAG oil. Ty will have that in the morning. We got to drain this out, and when we pull that plug to drain it out, then we will refill it and put it on. Rather than screwing around, it's going to be easier to fill it here on the bench than it is on the tractor. So I may not get too far today. We'll see. I mean, I can always try to go upstairs and kill myself and get that and that installed. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's just been fun. Expansion valve was there. There's a receiver dryer. This line, and there's one over there. They come from down below. This little bugger goes from there and into the receiver dryer underneath this big one. And of course, trying to figure wrench sizes. So if you got to do this, it's going to be a pain in the ass. 3/4, but you can't get on the bottom one very well. This one's 7/8. On below it's 5/8. Also 5/8 onto there, and that's 3/4. So you gotta have a 3/4 to back it up. The other end is 3/4, and I had to use a tubing wrench on it because there was no other way to get another wrench on there and be able to move it. Kind of the same thing with this end of the receiver dryer. And let's put the screw in from the other direction, right? Yeah. And I'm as close to it as I can get. I'm actually 1 foot is half off the edge of the fender. So this is all at arm's length. And I did remember to grab that while I was down. It is a Phillips head. I don't plan on taking it out. I just plan on getting it loose enough to slip that thing out of there. So, and it'd probably be easier if we took the radio bracket out. It's been off of here for years because, yeah, last time we changed the radio, we did it from the bottom side. And with the slip in, the new style, slip into the sleeve, that does no good anyway. If it was out of the way, it'd be even better. But anyway, this is what I'm doing. And let's see how we changed the fan. That was in 20. Maybe I forgot to write the year behind that or something. I don't know. Didn't seem like it was that long ago, but I guess so. And now the rest of it will be changed. I guess it's about time to give her a cleaning. And that rubber seals down to try to keep the dirt that is naturally all around the outside from getting in there. They're both in. It's hot. Weatherman lied. Started out today was supposed to be 64. Then this morning he said, no, it's going to be 74. When I went for lunch, or 72. Then when I went for lunch, it was 74. I'm betting we're 80. I don't even want to know, really. So I told you what wrenches you needed, and it's a pain in the ass. But like I said, it's together. The only thing I got left to do up here besides, blow all this shit out, because dust gets in, I don't care what you do. This needs to get wrapped back up. So, and I got a whole bunch of wrenches to take down, and it really pissed me off. That's one, look at that right there. Stamped right on there, John Deere injector lines. Because that's one Dad made years ago. Well, focus, you frickin' thing. He should have finished that cut. Because the line I really needed it on. Wait a minute, maybe it fit this one. Oh yeah, it fits that one. Won't go on these two. Will not. Just needs that little bit. So, anyway, this might be the end of the video. I'm done up here for tonight. I will get the insulation wrapped back on that. Got this screw back in and got it tight. Not that you'll ever see it on here, but I'm going to date it. And I'll put the date on there. That way, in the future, because godly knows, I don't plan on having to do it again. And a little trick I learned a long time ago from a guy that used to be a John Deere mechanic who knew his shit, period. I had a 72 Freightliner cab over. It had factory air conditioning in it. And it quit working. And I had him work on it. He was out for something, or I was in, maybe I might have been in town, I don't remember. Anyway, I had him work on it. And it'd pull a vacuum down fine. It would hold the vacuum forever. As soon as you started putting anything in it, there was nothing in it. And it wasn't up here, it was up front. One of the lines came around and turned in, and it had split around the corner. Literally, if you wiggled it, I could lay my pinky in the hole sideways. But when you vacuumed it, I pulled it shut and it stayed sealed shut. So his little trick was, he put half a pound or so of refrigerant in. This was back in the days of R12. And he had a can of dry nitrogen. So there's no moisture to it. Put your refrigerant in, follow it up with the dry nitrogen, and go around with your sniffer. He got by the front of the truck and his sniffer went totally ape shit. And he turned the pressure down a little bit on it until we found it. Once you found it, it was obvious. It was right there in front of your face. But, we both checked everything out like 10 times and didn't find anything. So, anyway, I'm just hoping everything seals back up like it should be. This has always been sealed well. Until, I tried to fill it the other day and it had stuff in it, just not enough. And when we were said and done, I went to check it to drain it, and there was nothing in it. I did when I broke the fittings loose on the pump. The one side of the pump had just enough. It went, psh, and that was all there was. That's the only pressure in the whole system. So I don't know why, but we better not have any leaks when I'm done. But anyway, thank you for watching. And anybody working on an 88 series International tractor, I would assume the 86 series is probably very similar, if not the same, because they got the same cab, basically the same cab. Yeah, that's where your receiver dryer is. Expected this to be up here. And did I have to change it? Probably not, because this had already been converted to 134. But, finding that thing up here was interesting. So tomorrow, compressor's sitting right there, ready to go on, other than draining the assembly lube out and refilling it. And we should have it all together tomorrow. I was going to try, they want you to blow air through, and I hate to throw moisture in, but then at the same time, that's one reason that's there. Plus, when you vacuum the system out, you vacuum the moisture out. That's the theory anyway. I was going to try to blow everything out individually before these were hooked up, but there's just no freaking way. So we'll do it all from down there and get the whole system blown out at once and do it to it. And after it's buttoned up and working, we will hopefully get that cleaned up. So thanks for watching. And say, if you got to work on one of these, I hope it helps you out. Give me a thumbs up, and hey, subscribe if you haven't. It's appreciated. And I'm going to go find another very cold drink and a cool spot to chill out. Feeding's done, Ty's gone, Blakely's gone. So it's that time of day.